Hello, beautiful people. This is our intermediate body love yoga class, and we are here to talk about our power. All right. So this came from a meditation that I was leading someone through the other day about feeling safe, like tapping into their power to feel safe. And I loved it so much. And so I did some research on the gods and goddesses, as I often do, and I came across the story of Durga, the goddess of protection. And so this is about like our protective powers that we offer to ourselves and we offer out into the world. And so, this story, I'll just share it real quick, goes back, thousands of years. So like the very beginning of time, when the Hindi gods and goddesses were threatened. I believe it was Manushka, something along that. A super evil, awful demon was coming with his like demon army to destroy all the Hindi gods and goddesses. And the thing is that this demon could not be destroyed by a god. It had to be destroyed by a goddess. So the gods and goddesses went to Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, which are like the main three gods in the Hindi tradition. And we're like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? So these three gods went into like a deep meditative state where they called upon all the powers of the gods, right? Because this demon could only be destroyed by a god. And when they came out of this meditative state, a new goddess was born, and her name is Durga. And I've always been a fan of Durga. I've always dug the Durga vibe, so to speak. And she is the goddess that is in like the amalgamation, a totality of all the other 10 gods. She had their power, she had their intuition, she had their wisdom, right? She had the very best of all 10 gods is manifested in this one goddess, Durga. And so goddess Durga is born and she's like, bam, I'm gonna go get this demon, right? Which I dig that energy. And she goes to this like epic battle and slays this demon. And so Durga represents this very protective power, because Durga doesn't like come in to slay a demon because she like loves slaying demons. Durga comes in to slay a demon because she's called upon to protect and serve that which she loves most. And we all have that gesture deep down inside of us. And I think often we project that out onto others, right? Like when I think of like a mama bear vibe, Durga is a total mama bear vibe. Like I know I've got that in me. However, where are the places in our lives where we need to maintain that protective gesture for ourselves? And sometimes it's even against ourselves, towards ourselves, right? Like we can hold negative thoughts about ourselves, about our body, right? Because we're here in body love yoga. So where do we need to protect ourselves from our own judgments, from cultural like ideals being projected onto us, from like negativity coming from other people about this body that deserves our love and acknowledgement and recognition? So that's what we're here to do today, is this epic work of protection. So come to a comfortable seated position on the mat, my friends. If you'd like to, you could use a prop to sit on to lift the hips above the knees. And we're gonna really drop into like a quick, hot, and powerful practice today. Let me just readjust, yeah, there, perfect. So come to the seat. We're going to drop right in and start off with a protective meditation here. So sitting up nice and tall, opening up that line of energy in the body, those protective energy centers, bringing the head over the heart, your heart over your center. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose to lift and lengthen tall through the crown, engaging the abdomen, the core muscles, connecting to that Uddiyana Bandha, that source of power and energy, the solar plexus between the belly button and the low ribs. Exhale to soften and melt those shoulders down the back body, rotating the palms up. Eyes can soften or close, and just begin to breathe. In through the nose and out through the nose. Thanking this body for taking these breaths. Thanking yourself for taking this time. For prioritizing yourself. For the willingness to know yourself better through the practice of yoga. And to honor your own power of protection that lives within you. On the next inhale, imagine a white light in your brow line. This white light is your gift of wisdom. Inhale to breathe into this light, letting it grow brighter and radiate out. And exhale, release it back out through your nose. It's a protective layer all around you, keeping you safe. On the next inhale, bring your awareness to a red light growing and glowing in your throat. And this light is your courage. Take a deep breath in through the nose to feed this light, to let this courage glow brighter. And exhale, release this breath back out into the world as a protective gesture around you. On the next inhale, bring your awareness to a blue light glowing in your chest. And this light represents your calmness. Take a deep breath in to breathe into this state of calmness. And exhale to release this calm as a third protective layer around you. Knowing that you are fully encapsulated in protective layers of wisdom, courage, and calm. The very essence of what it is to be protected from a place of groundedness and love. Breathing deep here, feeling safe in this space, feeling safe in this body, knowing that you can protect yourself and you can protect that which you love most in this world. The gifts of Durga, always ready to be tapped into here. On the next inhale, flutter the eyelids open, bring your awareness back to the space. And we're gonna come forward onto hands and knees in tabletop position. All right, knees stacked under hips, hands stacked under shoulders. Tuck that belly button up and in here. And then inhale, drop the belly, open the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin into chest, crown of the head drops. A few times rotating through these cat-cow gestures. And maybe this is the first time you've done it. Maybe this is the 10,000th time you've done this. But whatever your story, your experience, your biography is, let each breath cycle be fresh and new, allowing you to experience this pose for the very first time, depending on where your body is at in this moment. Protecting yourself from any self-judgment or self-doubt. Inhale to come back through to center here. Firmly plant your left hand to the earth and inhale to lift the right hand towards the sky. Exhale, bring that arm under the underarm, threading the needle through, rotating that right shoulder closer down towards the earth, and then inhale to open it back towards the sky. Not settling into anything here, just experiencing. Warming the body up. Inhale to plant the right hand into the earth and in, out, lift the left hand to the sky. Exhale to thread the needle, bring it through, perhaps bring a little yoga smile to the face. Exhale, big deep breath back out through the nose, squeezing every last drop of that breath out. Left hand to the earth. And inhale, bump the hips to the left, look over the left shoulder at the hips. Bump the hips to the right, look over the right shoulder at the hips. So bumping side to side here. Stretching and waking the body up. Inhale to come back through to center, and then tuck the toes under here and lift the knees just a few inches up off of the earth here in floating tabletop. Really connecting to your core, connecting to your sense of power. This energy of Durga, of being called up in times of need, requires us to know our power, our strength, so that we can access it at any point in time. Exhale, float those knees down to the earth, untuck the toes. Inhale to lift the left arm in front of you and the right leg back and behind you, keeping that foot nice and active here. Inhale, take a big deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, bring everything to the center here. Knees to center, elbow to center, and then inhale to come back out. Finding some balance in your movement, honoring the power of this body. Knowing that you can keep yourself safe. Refusing from here on out to carry any self-judgment, any self-doubt, because you are a being of power and light, of sovereignty and deity. There's nothing to diminish here. One more big breath in and exhale. Float the hands down, the knee down. Woo, let's bump the hips to the left, look over the shoulder. Bump the hips to the right, look over that shoulder. Let's have a little pendulum swing side to side here. Beautiful. Coming back to center here. Tuck that belly button up and in, connecting to that source of power, and then opposite hand straight out in front of you, opposite leg out, back, and behind. Now, of course, if this is feeling like more than you're ready to give right now, then you could rotate and keep either just the leg or just the hand up at any point, switching halfway through. For those of us that are ready to build a little more heat, a little more power, take a big deep breath in here. Exhale, bring it all back to center. Inhale to reach out. Exhale to center. 3 more breath cycles here. And exhale, hand to earth, knee to her earth. Bring the knees to be the width edge of the mat. Toes to touch. And then melt the hips back and down. Hands go forward, coming into an extended child's pose. Rocking the forehead side to side to get a little massage on the brow line. Inhale, activate the muscles of the belly, engage the abdomen, lift and rise back up to that tabletop position. Inhale, extend the right leg straight out, back and behind. Exhale, bend that knee, step the foot all the way up and through between the hands. Curl the back toes under and step up with the left foot to meet the right, coming into a forward fold. Allow yourself to hang here. Breathing deep in through the nose, out through the nose. If your hands don't make it all the way to the earth, you could bend the knees, or hands could clasp opposite elbows to hang. Breathing deep, just allowing the flow of energy to change direction in the body here. One more big deep breath in through the nose and exhale back out through the nose. And then inhale, slowly ragdoll your way up to a standing position. Allowing your head to be the last thing that rises high here. Standing at the top of your mat and coming into mountain. Feet hip width distance apart, slight micro bend in the knees, thighs active and engaged, pulling towards each other, pelvis tilted slightly forward, abdomen turned on, zipped up through the core, extended up all the way through the crown of the head, shoulders soften down the back body. Hands come out side to side, fingertips nice and active in mountain pose. This is your place of power, your strength. Nobody can move you. Nobody can change you. You are strong. Take a few deep breaths here, breathing into this, saying to yourself, I am strong. 3 times here. Beautiful. Inhale, bring the hands to the hips. Take a big step back, about a leg's length with the right foot. Bend the front knee to bring the front knee over the front ankle. Back foot is at a 45 or 90 degree angle here. Hips squared to the long edge of the mat as far as they can go without moving the knee. You always want the knee to be pointing in the same direction as the toes. Then from here, lifting and lengthening tall through the abdomen, just like when you were in mountain pose. Shoulders soften down the back body. Shoulders squared to the long edge of the mat, and then inhale, open up those arms side to side at shoulder height here. Last but not least, turn to look towards what's on the horizon. We cannot protect if we are not actively looking what is coming towards us, not from a place of anxiety or fear, but from a place of perseverance and trust. Breathing deep, your inhale, press into that front foot, straighten out the leg, lift the hands to the sky. Exhale to melt back down into warrior 2. Creating a little flow here with inhale to lift, exhale to lower. A little bit of a kriya here. It's a purification through movement. That next exhale, settle in here, keeping that front knee over the front ankle, and then inhale, lift the front hand towards the sky, back hand comes to that back leg. Pulling that top shoulder back, keeping that heart space open, dropping down to the pelvis, and making sure the front knee is still over the front ankle. Keeping a slight micro bend in that back leg, and breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale, rise back to that warrior 2. And then exhale, bring that front elbow to the front shoulder here. Open up through the heart and lift that top hand to the sky. That hand could always come to the hip if you're looking for a little bit of respite, a little bit of reprieve here. Ain't no shame in the game, right? It's important to know where the edge of your power is, where you're not moving into a place of pain or you're coming out of alignment. Part of your power is in knowing your boundaries. Inhale to lift and rise back up to that warrior 2, and exhale, hands come to the hips, straighten that front leg out, and now turn both feet to face the long edge of your mat here. Inhale, open up the arms side to side, star pose, feet parallel to each other, tall and strong like when you were in mountain. You are taking up a room here. You are taking up space. It is yours to own. You are worthy. This body is worthy. Inhale, take a big deep breath in, and exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows, rotate the feet to point to the corner edges of the mat and sink down into goddess. Once again, a little flow of inhale, straighten, exhale to mount down. Inhale to straighten, exhale to melt down. One more time here. Inhale to straighten. This time pause and hold. And then exhale, begin to hinge forward from the hips, coming into a forward fold. Only coming as far as you can while maintaining a nice flat back. Once you start to round those shoulders, come back to the last place where they were nice and straight. Breathing deep here. And then exhale, allow everything to melt and fold down towards the earth. Inhale to bring the left hand to the right in front of the face, and then lift the right hand up towards the sky. Exhale, switch sides here. Inhale to lift. Exhale to land. Doing this a few times, side to side, following the divine timing of your own breath. One more time, just to even out both sides. And then pivot your toes so that you're facing the back edge of your mat now. That back foot is at a 45 or 90-degree angle. Bend that front leg to come over the front ankle. Inhale to lift the hands up to the knees here, active and engaged in the core. And then from here, inhale to open up, warrior two. Pause here for a breath cycle. Big moves were just had. Breathe. Always an option to keep the hands on the hips here, or inhale, hands come towards the sky. That front leg straightens out. Exhale to melt down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to melt. A few more times here, easing our way into these postures. The next time you exhale, melt and hold here, turning the head so that you're looking out over that front hand. Once again, ready to face that which comes towards you. Vigilant and ready, but not responsive. Only answering the call to protect when it is absolutely necessary. When the thing that you love most in this world is being threatened. And my loves, I hope that is you that you love most in this world. Big deep breaths here. And then inhale, drop that back hand to the back leg, lift the front hand towards the sky and hold. Breathing deep. Checking in here, making sure there's still a micro bend in that back leg, pressing into the knife edge of that back foot. Front knee is still over front ankle. Take one more big deep breath in through the nose and then exhale. That front elbow comes to that front knee and then open up through the heart, lifting to the sky. Gaze can be lifted or straight ahead. Yogi's choice. Perhaps turning up the corner edges of the mouth into a little yoga smile here. Ooh. Breathing deep. Finding your strength and integrity, connecting to your core here to stabilize you, to keep you active and engaged. Knowing that hand could always come down to the hip, that would be more advantageous to meet your needs right now. One more big deep breath in through the nose and then exhale, pinwheel the hands all the way down to the earth. Firmly plant those palms. Step that right foot back to meet the left and hold in plank pose. You can always drop the knees down if that would better suit you in this moment. One more big breath into the nose and out through the nose. And then exhale, drop those knees, untuck the toes, melt the hips back to meet the toes and come into a child's pose. Breathing deep here, you've earned this break. Part of honoring your power, once again, is finding that boundary of when to withdraw. When do you need to protect? And when do you need to rest and recharge? Big deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Option to rock that forehead side to side to get a nice little massage on the brow line. And then inhale, fire up those muscles in the belly once again. And slowly, slowly hinging back up from the hips. Make your way up to a seated position. Come onto the sides of those hips and bring the feet in front of you, bringing yourself into the middle of your mat here. And soles of the feet flat on the earth. And then exhale to slowly melt the torso down towards the ground. Walk the feet to be the width edge of the mat, and then windshield wiper those legs side to side. Getting a bonus little booty massage here if you do that. It's the good stuff. And then inhale those knees back up towards the ceiling and kick those feet up, hug the knees in towards the chest here and gently rock side to side. Now I say in towards the chest because they may be into the chest. They may be out here. It's all a journey. It's all worth celebrating. It's all worth protecting. Your journey, your experience, your body is all worth protecting. I'm going to say it again. Your journey, your experience, your body, it's all worth protecting. All right, as you're rocking side to side, let those knees come all the way down to the earth. Then bring the arms into cactus arms here to really open up those shoulders, making sure that both shoulders are firmly rooted. If you're finding that it's usually the shoulder that's farthest away from the knees, opposite side, is coming up off the ground, then you can place a prop under the knees to lift them to the place where that shoulder connects to the earth. Exhale, turn the head to look in the opposite direction of the knees and come into this supine twist. Knowing that the twist is revered for its ability to release. So if there's any narratives, any beliefs, any ideas, whether yours or somebody else's, that are keeping you from advocating for yourself and your body, from protecting it from yourself or others, now is the time to release those thoughts. Now is the time to break those patterns. Inhale to bring gaze to center, knees to center. And exhale to come to the other side now. Different sides, same prompts. What is ready to be let go of so that you can be a fierce, yet revered and fair protector of yourself? Because once you can offer that gift to yourself, you can offer it out into the world. Breathing deep. Inhale to bring those knees to center, gaze to center, and then kick those feet up towards the ceiling. Grab either the shins, the outer edges of the feet, or take those peace fingers and wrap them around the big toes, coming into happy baby. You can rock side to side, you can kick the legs out, and just be playful and fun here. Let's bring some joy, some inquisitive nature to the end of this practice. And then once you're feeling good, the hips are nice and open, you feel loved up and tended to, boop, or you roll into a wall. Oh, extend out and prepare for your Shavasana. So taking any final time you need here to get cozy and comfy and all the good stuff. Extending the legs out, arms at a V shape in either side of the body, palms up, coming back to your breath, back to that acknowledgement that that energy of Durga, that purpose of Durga, that ability of Durga to protect, that which you hold dearest to your heart that lives in you. That power is yours to tap into at any time. And by cultivating it on the mat, you are building a connection to an awareness with it so that you can take this with you off of the mat. Taking one last deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose and melting into your Shavasana. Take a few more deep breaths into the nose, out through the nose. And then when you're ready, gently making your way towards a comfortable seated position. Closing our practice today with one Om, using an inhale to bring the hands to heart center and take a big deep breath in through the nose. My wish for you on this day and every single day that follows: peace of body, peace of heart, and peace of mind. Namaste, my love. Be well. Till next time, take care, and we'll see you then.